Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys. So, this is probably something that none of us saw coming, especially about Andy Cohen and from Brandi Glanville. But also, to be fair, well, when the going gets tough and the money gets going, somebody has something to say about something. And I think that's what we have here. I think that Brandy got tired of waiting around for the ultimate girls trip. I think that Brandy got a little bit desperate for money. And I think that Brandy said, you know what? F these relationships. I'm going to do my best to present a potential lawsuit and see how we fare. So here we go. Before we jump in, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. This is a lot. So, thank you to Reality Blurb. Brandi Glanville is alleging that she received a video from Andy Cohen in 2022 in which the Watch What Happens Live host was obviously inebriated and requested that she watch him have sex with another Bravo celebrity. In a letter sent to NBC, Shed Media, and Warner Brothers by her attorneys, the 51-year-old Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum accuses Andy of sexual harassment and says that he bragged about wanting to sleep with the unnamed Bravo star as he thought about her. Mr. Cohen was Miss Glanville's boss. I believe this was Kate Chastain, guys, at the time, and exercised complete and total control over her career. This was an extraordinary abuse of power that left Miss Glanville feeling trapped and disgusted. It is inconceivable that Mr. Cohen remains in his post in spite of this behavior and harkens back to the bad old days of Matt Lauer and NBC News when profits were prioritized over people. Now, although reps for Andy were contacted by the outlet for comment, they did decline. But Brandy's lawyers, attorneys Brian Friedman and Mark Garagos, also accused NBC and Shed Media. Oh my God. Brian Friedman and Mark Garagos are also the attorneys for Bethany Frankel. Accused NBC and Shed Media of deliberately misconstruing an interaction between Brandy and a production executive named Sean Lozer. Mr. Lozer has a history of soliciting and or engaging in sexual relations with female reality stars under his purview. Miss Glanville is no exception. Mr. Lozer has always been transparent about his attraction to Miss Glanville. In addition, Brian Friedman said, Mark Garagos and I have heard from thousands of current and former cast members of reality shows about the physical and emotional harm inflicted on them by virtue of their participation. NBC, Bravo, Warner Brothers, and Shed Media intentionally obscure their legal rights, bind them to illegal contracts, and knowingly cause them to suffer in silence. We know there are untold numbers of innocent victims who have yet to tell their stories or seek legal regardless. We encourage all of them to contact us and join our growing team as we fight to change this and this sordid history. But Brandy's allegations against Andy came just weeks after she was named in a lawsuit filed by Caroline Manzo, who she filmed with for the fourth season of Ultimate Girls Trip. So, in Caroline's lawsuit, she accused the Peacock series production companies of failing to protect her amid what she claims was an unwanted sexual encounter with Brandy. Now, as Caroline alleged, Brandy forcibly squeezed her cheeks, thrust her tongue into her mouth, and humped her amid filming. Okay, guys. One, I'm so comfortable and happy that I'm comfortable. But two, this is a lot and it's not stopping anytime soon. So, wait, before we get into the rest of it, of course, with Brandy saying what she's saying and putting this out there, like Andy Cohen has to clap back or say something, right? That just makes sense. So he would have to say something, but what is he going to say? I think that's the biggest question. Well, we have it. Here we go. It really does not stop. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Andy Cohen is apologizing after Brandi Glanville's sexual harassment claim. He shared his post as Brandi threatens to sue over Bravo's abuse months after gushing about Andy's support. So Andy Cohen reacted to Brandy's sexual harassment claim on X, formerly known as Twitter, on Thursday night. And after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum accused him of inviting her to watch him have sex with another Bravo celebrity and threatened a lawsuit against NBC Universal, alleging that she'd been abused by Bravo, he, well, listen. Andy, who Brandi gushed about just months ago, insisted that the interaction was just a joke. The video shows Kate Chastain and I very clearly joking to Brandi. It was absolutely meant in jest. And Brandi's response clearly communicated that she was in on the joke. That said, it was totally inappropriate and I apologize. In addition to making claims against Andy in a legal letter sent to NBC Universal, Bravo's parent company, and others by her attorneys, Mark Geragos and Brian Friedman, Brandi also threatened to sue the network over the claims that she faced regarding what took place amid filming on the fourth season of Ultimate Girls Trip. So, in the letter obtained by TMZ on February 22nd, Brandi's attorneys requested all potential evidence be preserved and state that Brandi has been a victim of the network's machine. So, over the past year, Miss Glanville has been subjected to a vicious media campaign based on false allegations and sexual misconduct. The false narrative, which NBC and Shed Media have apparently decided to, you know, go against, arises from Miss Glanville's experience on Ultimate Girls Trip, Morocco. While the experience has been a nightmare for Miss Glanville, it is far from the first time that Miss Glanville has been used and abused by NBC, Bravo, Warner Brothers, and Shed Media. Indeed, Miss Glanville has been taken advantage of by the institutions which she, well, tied herself to personally, professionally, financially, and in the public mind. But as fans surely have heard, Real Housewives of New Jersey's Caroline Manzo accused Brandi of sexual misconduct, including unwanted kisses and humping her ugh, in her lawsuit against Bravo. However, in Brandi's letter, it was noted that Caroline had been welcoming of Brandi's behavior and consented to it. So the letter also noted that Brandi had been a sacrificial lamb for NBC Universal. And as for Brandi's claims of sexual harassment against Andy, they came just months after she praised him for handling of her drama with Caroline. Andy and I have had a ton of conversations because this is the first time I've ever dealt with anything like this. This is new for me and this is scary for me. He's been very helpful, honestly. He's like, it's going to be what it's going to be. And some people are going to probably see it and just say, that's Brandi being Brandi. So don't be too hard on yourself. But months later, in Brandi's letter, Andy was described in a much different light. Mr. Cohen was Miss Glanville's boss at the time and exercised complete and total control over her career. This was an extraordinary abuse of power that left Miss Glanville feeling trapped and disgusted. It is inconceivable that Mr. Cohen remains in his post in spite of the behavior and harkens back to the bad old days of Matt Lauer, and NBC News when profits were prioritized over people. Oi, oi, oi. Honestly, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comments. Let us know what you think for sure. And before you go, happy Friday, everyone. Pop off, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.